Alright, so I did a tabletop review on this Scenics 4-stroke chainsaw a while back. I don't even remember how long, but that video is up to 14,000 views, and I am just beyond shocked that that many people care about what I have to say about some random Chinese chainsaw. My buddy Paul says that enough of what I do would be interesting to enough people, and I guess according to that video, he's right. So he's been right about enough things over the years. It's kind of become a running joke. Just Paul said do it, so do it. With that in mind, here's a video. That's more introduction than I like. Let's get after it. So this kit is meant for if you're heading into the woods, if you're going camping, if you're going shooting. Not specifically meant for wood cutting. If you're not going firewooding, you're just going into the woods and you might need a chainsaw. This is a kit. You grab it's all self-contained in a bag. You just grab the bag and you're good to go. You've got a cutting system handled. So what I have is a chainsaw. This is just a small chainsaw that I had on hand. You certainly don't need to use a 4-stroke chainsaw. It just happens to be what I have in this form factor. We got gasoline. In fact, this is why I have the video open, or why I have this kit open today. It's to refill this can. You can see marked no oil because this is a 4-stroke saw. You do not add oil to the gas. It won't hurt anything, but you don't need to. I just didn't want, if for some reason somebody else uses my chainsaw gas for something, I didn't want anybody mistaking it for 2-stroke gas and blowing up their own saw. So next here we have a quart of oil. This is both the oil for the saw and also is meant to be used as bar oil. This saw has separate reservoirs for motor oil and bar oil. But this will work for both. Not ideal, but again, it'll work for both. I guess if worse comes to worse, you can also use this in the truck or whatever else you're driving. Next, bar and chain. Keep them separate just so that, not mounted on the saw, just so that they'll fit in the bag. Again, nothing special there. I do have a spare bar and chain because we've all gotten our saw pinched at some point and needed to get the saw unstuck. I'm not carrying a separate saw, a whole second saw. Again, this is not meant for going firewood cutting. If you're going firewooding specifically, carry a better kit. Carry more equipment. So this is just meant to get your first bar unstuck. Next off, scrunch. Everybody needs a scrunch. Even if you don't have a saw, you just have a scrunch. There's supposed to be another one in here, but darn if I can find it. Always carry 2 scrunches because the first one you just fling off into the woods anyway. Next, this is sharpening. If you're just out going to clear a tree across the road, you've already goofed up one chain, you switch to the other chain, you've goofed up that one too. Like, you got into more than you expected if you need to get into this, but it's there because unexpected happens. So we have a couple of files. I guess if you want a big gulp, you can also drink that, but they're protected with straws. Fancy. Genuine still file handle, not needed. Most of the time I just cut off a branch and pound the handle into the end. Raker file. Again, if you get into this, you've done a lot of cutting. And spare bar nuts, because nobody likes to lose a nut at the wrong time. Oh, and this pouch is a pencil holder or something. 98 cents at Walmart or wherever you got it. Not ideal, obviously, but life is not ideal. Alrighty, I'm going to go fill this up. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm guessing anybody interested enough to watch this far in the video has seen a gas can be filled. You don't need to watch me spill gas all over. Pause for a second. Oops. While I'm here, work gloves. I'm using these. I don't know if you can see that on film, but this thing has some pretty gnarly dogs. Like, for a little homeowner Chinese saw, it's pretty crazy. So I use the gloves to shield the gas can from the dogs. This isn't a milk can. It's a utility can, but the plastic is much thicker. So far, so good. It's held up. I run non-ethanol premium with a double dose of stable in it, and so far, no issues. Alright, back in a bit. Alrighty, and we're back. That was, let's see, we got it filled, although I left a good bit of air bit of vapor gap there. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't film that. That was a disaster. I got gasoline on my shoes and everything. I even have decent gas cans. I fill out of a genuine NATO mil surplus can. Just sometimes a pain some. Sometimes. So I'll throw everything back, including my one scrunch. Oh, safety gear. So side pockets here, I got a whole handful of earplugs and a pair of safety glasses. I usually, like, this is what's perched on my head right now. These are sunglasses, but they're also like Z87 genuine safety glasses. So generally I have some form of safety glasses with me. And I think that's it. Whole kit zips up relatively easily. And there we go, ready to roll. Again, not meant for actually going out wood cutting. If you're planning on doing that, probably pick something with more capability. But this would work. This would cut you some campfire wood. This would cut a tree out of the road so you can get by or you can get back home. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one.